92.7 FM and 1580 AM. The capital city, Madison, overlooking State Street, the John and Gordy family show, and we welcome you this morning, this beautiful morning.
It's gorgeous out there. It's fantastic. Nice and cool.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be bright and sunny all day long. Mm-hmm. Right now it's 60 degrees, and it's a good-looking start.
Kind of hazy, but, you know, I'm wondering, you think the sun is not coming up as early as it should be, that we kind of got used to? My son brought that to my attention this morning. And thinking, seems kind of dark.
Well, we're starting, days
starting
are
to slide into a winter again.
Yeah. Well,
God, I can't handle that.
First there's, fall. Then winter. But yes, the days are getting just slightly shorter, so it's staying darker a little longer. Yeah. What would be the high temperature today? Right now it's 60. What are we going to use today? I'm tired of deciding. You guys decide. What do you want to use? Do you want to use the weather lottery balls? You want to use the roulette wheel? Or do you want to use the halfway broken slot machine thing?
I think we got the slot machine back from the shop yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah.
Should we try it out?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what the high temperature. It's going to be 78 degrees today, according to the slot machine.
What an amazing machine. Amazing. Even broken, it sounds pretty good.
It does. It does. I still think it needs a little bit of repair. It doesn't quite sound right to me. Does it to you?
Well, I think it sounds okay, except I somebody is donating an older one.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'd go with those older ones, like wearing an old watch,
Right.
You just, you depend on old technology sometimes to, just make you feel confident.
It's got the one arm.
Are you saying the old mechanical one isn't good enough for you, John? You want like one of the ones where you just press buttons all day long?
Nope.
No.
I'm saying just the opposite.
We like the older ones.
Yeah, we want the one-arm bandit, and we want to hear those. The
coins fall the wheels turn.
With the cherries and oranges and stuff.
Yeah. So we'll have to workshop that one a little bit more.
I think so.
Back to the shop. All right.
Okay. Let's, should we forge ahead to the National Day calendar?
Sure, why not?
Well, okay.
We're this close.
Well, it's the 26th day of July, so which one of these days is it or is it not? You ready? Here we go.
Always ready.
Is it Bagel Fest Day? How about All or Nothing Day? Or is it Coffee Milkshake Day? Is it National Roller Skating Day? Or is it National Disability Independence Day? How about Aunt and Uncle's Day? Is it Get Gnarly Day?
That's what it is.
Or is it Talking an Elevator Day? Or System Administrator Appreciation Day? Gee, there's a lot of days to choose from.
That is nice.
It's nice.
You can pick your favorite day.
So which one of those days do you think it's not?
In here, isn't it?
It is. Is it warm?
It is. I think it's warm.
I think I'm coming down with something. I don't know.
Well, that's probably true too.
I'm not feeling well. So which one of those days is it not? Do you want me to run through the list again?
I think I mentioned something earlier. I don't know what it was.
Short-term memory loss?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, is it Bagel Fest Day, Coffee Milkshake Day, All or Nothing Day, Disability Independence Day, National Roller Skating Day, National Aunt and Uncle's Day, National Get Gnarly Day, Talking an Elevator Day?
Get Gnarly Day.
Well, you're wrong. It is Get Gnarly Day.
All right.
We'll get into that in a moment. Sam, do you have any guesses? Do you know what the
you
day
mentioned
is?
Roller Skating Day. It's not Roller Skating Day.
You are correct, sir.
All right.
Okay, you get a shiny new dime added to your account. Yep.
Wow.
But it is Bagel Fest Day. Do you like bagels? John, I never really asked you that.
No, they're too heavy. It's too heavy.
Too heavy?
Yep.
How about you, Sam?
I like bagels, yeah.
Yeah, national.
There was a period of time last year, a friend of a friend worked at a bagel store or something.
Yeah.
And my roommate just brought home like a 55-gallon garbage bag full of bagels that he got for free because he knew a guy. Yeah. And then we just had a freezer full of bagels, and that's all I ate for like 3 weeks.
You pronounce it bagels.
Bagels.
Yes, I do.
Bagels.
So
Bagels.
Sophia makes fun of me for saying it like that also.
Bagels.
See, I again gave up all that bread stuff. Not really,
Yeah.
but the heavy bread.
Right.
I don't eat that much anymore.
Well, National Bagel Fest Day recognizes the kosher carbohydrate that is crunchy on the outside and chewy on the inside. Join us as we explore the delicious facts behind the bagel. Polish Jewish immigrants introduced the bagel to the U.S. sometime during the 19th century.
Wow.
They've been around a long, long time. Throughout New York City and surrounding boroughs, they grew thriving bagel businesses. And, of course, it didn't take long for the bagel bakers to form an organization for bagel bakers in the city. The International Bagel Bakers Union was created in 1907.
Wow.
They got a union. Bagel Bakers Local 338 held contracts for nearly all the bagel bakeries in and around the city for their work. This was a strong union, apparently. A big deal in New York City. Wonder if that union still exists. Until the 1960s, bagels were made by hand. And then Daniel Thompson invented the bagel maker. Along came the heated debate of man versus the machine. Thereafter, the question of the better bagel dangled before customers. What is the what's better, the handcrafted bagel or the manufactured bagel? Oh, my God. It goes on and on. Never mind. Let's just go on. I like bagels occasionally.
You don't
like
once or
twice a year. National Coffee Milkshake Day. I've never had a coffee milkshake. Have you?
I haven't either.
Yeah.
No.
It looks good, but I can't imagine it tastes that great. But, it's the National Coffee Milkshake Day for coffee lovers who love to participate in National Ice Cream Month. See, we forgot it was National Ice Cream Month, so they kind of combined this.
Yeah.
Today, we're whipping up a caffeinated way to coolly celebrate one of the hottest times of the year. While a milkshake sounds refreshing at the end of July, a coffee milkshake sounds even better. It sounds disgusting to me.
It does sound awful.
I don't like it at all.
Haven't you ever had like coffee ice cream though? I like coffee ice cream.
Yeah, coffee ice cream is great.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never had it. I'll have to try that. What is your watch doing this morning? It's taking over. I thought you had control of all your devices.
I don't have control anymore. It's taken over. Microsoft says they own me.
Okay. You have apparently some alarms going off, like you should be doing something.
I'm trying to get into my computer, and it's asking me for identifications and proof of who I am.
Is this all a result of getting a new phone, John?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes,
there we
Not
go.
again.
You and your new devices.
Way back when, I used to have a Windows phone. Did you know they had their own Windows phone?
No.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
A Windows phone.
Yeah. Microsoft bought Nokia.
Okay.
And then they redesigned the phones, and they were fantastic phones. They were the greatest phones, a Windows system on the
You say
phones.
so.
No, it was
You say
really
so.
good. It was really good. They just gave up on it, which really irritated the hell out of me after spending tons of money supplying phones to the family. Okay, I'm done with that.
So do they all?
I'm
have
working my way.
So any of those phones still exist? Between the whole
we saved
family?
them. No,
Oh, you did?
no. Yeah, you can't. They don't operate.
Okay.
Well,
Here's another day, National All or Nothing Day. It allows people to throw caution to the wind and go for broke. We all have dreams we hold back. Oh, yes. Don't we all know that? Decisions left to make or plans uncompleted. On this day, people break free of everything holding them back. It's National All or Nothing Day. Everyone has at least one thing they'd like to overcome, need to do, or want to do, but they might be fearful or hesitant to actually do it.
True.
Ooh, this is the day to go ahead and do it. Just take that first step and go for it.
Yes.
Spend all your money on your dreams and just, go for it. Okay.
And
or
if
not.
you fail, then you're crushed.
You're crushed.
You're feeling bad for the rest of your life.
Living on the street.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. What else? Boy, we got a lot of days. So we're going to get all these in. National Disability Independence Day. That's a good one from the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act. And this is a day to recognize that as the signing of the Disabilities Act happened on July 26, 1990.
Right.
The day not only celebrates the anniversary of ADA, but it also serves as a way to bring awareness and break down the barriers individuals with disabilities face every day. and they still face many barriers. So today's a day to be aware of that and to maybe help out. Maybe there's something in your building that you work at and you want to point it out to somebody.
Well, you used to help a lot of people out.
Yeah.
With disabilities.
Yeah, I worked for ADRC for a number of years, Aging Disability Resource Center, and it was an eye-opening experience because you do realize what people with disabilities face every day of their lives, and you want to help them. National Aunt and Uncle's Day is today. Do you have a lot of aunts and uncles, John? I don't think I've ever asked.
Yeah, I think you asked me about cousins, and I said I don't know. When it comes to aunt and uncles, true. I still don't know.
You still don't know.
Close family, man.
How about you, Sam? Any aunts and uncles that you honor on this day?
I've got many aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever said to you guys before. My mom is one of 15 children.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you, Amish?
Her parents,
what's going on?
Her parents were hardcore Catholics. If that explains anything.
Yeah. All right.
So I have many cousins.
Okay. Well, good for you. Well, this is a day to honor your aunts and uncles. During holidays, family events, and sometimes sleepovers, aunts and uncles often hold an extraordinary place in our hearts. They fill our lives with fun and laughter and love and incredible memories. So reach out to your aunts and uncles today and tell them how much you love them, okay?
Yeah.
Do it on behalf of the John and Gordy Show, okay? Throw our names in there.
What a man.
It's National Get Gnarly Day. Oh, boy, what's this about? Well, I'm going to tell you, last Friday in July provides an opportunity to embrace new ideas and toss out old ways. National Get Gnarly Day, much like surfers challenging the waves, Get Gnarly Day challenges us to put some gnarliness into everything we do. The word gnarly seems to have originated in the 1960s by surfers as a description.
That's right. I remember that.
Waves while surfing. Any surfer knows the water in the wave can appear dangerous. Hey, they would say
gnarly.
It's gnarly, dude. All right. We'll come back with more of the National Day calendar and also take a look at the history books coming up on the John and Gordy Show.
The gnarly edition.
That's it. Yeah.
WMDX. The John and Gordy Family Show with the Gnarly Family Show edition.
It is. It's Get Gnarly Day.
It is.
20 minutes past the hour, 60 degrees, highs in the upper 70s today. Yes, we were talking about getting gnarly day. I mean, it's one of the national days, and there are 5 ways to get gnarly, John.
It's kind of a definition of the word gnarly.
Well, yes. It can mean a good thing
or a gross thing.
Yeah. Either an excellent thing. Oh, it's excellent. It's gnarly.
Oh, that's
or
gross.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Or it's gross. 5 ways to get gnarly. Find a gnarly hobby. Find a gnarly hobby. What's a gnarly hobby?
I don't know.
Well,
it sounds gross.
It's talking about hiking and climbing and being a jogger and all that stuff. That's one way. Another way.
Aren't we trying to bring back the term gnarly so people use it more often? Well, maybe today is that day.
Maybe it is because it's Get Gnarly Day. So another way to get gnarly is to meet gnarly people. Take a cooking class. What? Volunteer for a local charity.
That's the last place you find somebody gnarly.
Yeah. Stepping out of your comfort zone from time to time will introduce you to different experiences. As a result, you meet new people, and it'll make for a gnarly social circle. That's stupid.
Really dumb.
Get a gnarly passport. What?
What?
First-time passport costs $135, including fees, and can take up to 6 weeks to process. I think it costs even more than that now.
I know.
If gnarliness is truly a way of life, you'll want to have a passport. Oh, I see. Gnarly people are world travelers. They're saying, they're kind of like that.
Because a lot of that wasn't making sense to me until you followed it up with that.
Yeah, I just read them. I don't write them,
Gnarly passports. Wow.
Yeah.
I need one,
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, just in case
We should all have.
Trump becomes
Wins.
president and they start changing the country and throwing the Constitution out the window, I think it's time to, split the scene. Let's bring that. Let's
Split the scene, man. We're going to go to Canada.
Gnarly and split the scene.
Find a gnarly new lifestyle. That's another way to be gnarly. Redecorate a room in the house. This is just a stretch.
It really is dumb. It is dumb. My kids are always angry when I bring up these old terms, like split the scene or that's cool. Or,
that's cool.
Oh, Dad, right.
Yeah, just sit
you
in the
really
corner.
Feel, I don't know how that makes you feel.
I know. I think they do.
Puts you in her place.
I think old slang is pretty cool.
That's what I think, too.
For a lot of the things, it should come back.
Yeah. There you go.
23
I'll agree with you
skidoo.
on that one.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that.
You've never heard 23 skidoo?
No.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
That's really, really old. That's, like back to the 20s and 30s.
That's
and
what
40s.
you go out on the lakes with.
Skidoo. Skidoo. Yeah. Another way, last thing about gnarliness, throw a gnarly party. Celebrate all the gnarliness. It's something to share, so show some enthusiasm and get your gnarly friends together in your gnarly circle and have a gnarly party. Gnarly. That's way too much.
We've beaten that to death.
We've beaten it to death. National Talk in an Elevator Day. This is interesting.
That would be cool, right? If today is the day everybody started talking to other people on an elevator, it would freak everybody out.
It would be. Yeah, it would do that. Because, people tend to just get in and be very silent, just look straight ahead, don't engage,
exactly.
Don't talk.
I was going to say, have you ever seen the experiment where it was from, like back in the 60s or something, a group of people decided to go into elevators but face the opposite direction of everybody else and see how they reacted?
Yes, I remember that, yeah. I don't
It's
know.
hilarious because everyone is so uncomfortable. It
Woody
doesn't
Allen used
mean
to do
anything,
bits like
but it
that.
just throws them for a loop.
Right.
Candid Camera used to do things like that.
Yes.
And just freak people out,
Well, National Talk in an Elevator Day is today, so you can, break down those barriers. Encourage everyone to strike up a convetion when you're in an elevator. Become that annoying person.
Really
does
annoying
that.
or scary person.
Right. Well, most of us use that time to check out our smart devices. This day points us in another direction.
Yes.
See, we're talking about which way you stand and stuff. Whether we ride with a stranger or someone familiar to us, start a discussion. You might meet someone new.
Oh, my
Or you
God.
might get arrested. If you're riding with someone try to learn something new about them on National Talk in an Elevator
Oh, yeah.
Day.
There's something new about somebody on an elevator with other people around.
Well,
kind of, listening in.
Mm-hmm. Well, riding in an elevator can be a short, mundane experience inside a box. From another perspective, the short vertical trip could be a laughter break. Try out your stand-up comedy, it says here.
What?
Start telling jokes.
We should talk to Pete Schwab about that. Maybe
Yes, he'd be
start
great.
a new career.
Share your
Elevator comedian.
If comedy isn't your style, break the silence with a miniature spelling bee. That would be great. How do you spell consensus?
Oh, my God.
They give me examples here. Does everyone know spell it with the correct number of S's? Consensus? Oh, boy. Wow. All right. I'm going to move on.
All right.
I think that's enough, actually. I don't.
System Administrator Appreciation Day.
It is that day. I was going to skip it. It sounded very
so
wonky.
long.
It's wonky.
Who cares?
Yeah, let's just skip it. But if you know IT people or people that are running the computers, say hi to
maybe we
them.
shouldn't skip past that, because if you appreciate the system administrator, they'll bring in donuts.
I was going to say, if you
bagels.
don't appreciate them, they're going to mess your computers up like Microsoft had a couple weeks ago.
Like Microsoft did, yeah.
So try to engage them in conversation, and just be nice to your
Just like on
IT
an elevator.
people.
My God.
Right. Okay, Sam, do we have time for the history book?
Sure, let's get into it.
Open it up and let's see what's in there today for July 26th.
Going way back on this one, before the United
Okay.
States, on the cusp of the United States. In 1775, the Second Continental Congress establishes the United States Postal Service.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
That's
I love the
amazing.
Postal Service.
Yeah, me too.
It's great.
It's still around.
We don't like the joy, but we do like the Postal Service.
They have cool stamps.
They do.
Big thumbs up.
Yeah, all right.
Today in 1947, the National Security Act is passed. It establishes a whole ton of agencies: the CIA, the Department of Defense, the Air Force, the National Security Council, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Wow. They did all that in 1947. Okay.
I see you skipped one.
After World
I
War
did.
II.
I'm trying to get through this faster, John. Do
Okay.
you want to cover that one?
Well, the LA experiences smog accumulation from car exhaust for the first time. I mean, it takes a long time to build up and become noticeable at that point.
Well, that, and it also kind of depends upon the weather, if it actually builds up or if it dissipates there.
1943. Mm-hmm. All right.
I saw a picture. It was a bunch of people in like a banquet hall, and they were all wearing gas masks.
Yes.
No
yeah, there
kidding.
was a big deal. And we took care of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
For the
amazing?
most part, yeah.
It is. All right.
All right.
Got just a minute here.
1948, the year after the National Security Act, Harry Truman desegregates the military with an executive order.
1948. Okay.
And 1974, the FDA approves aspartame.
Yep.
Diet soda galore.
Yeah. Yeah, bitter soda.
Yeah. I hate diet soda.
Mick Jagger, born 1943.
Yes, we got a couple birthdays. Stanley Kubrick in 1928, Mick Jagger in 1943, and actress Sandra Bullock in 1964.
We're coming back with more of the John and Gordy Show. Stand by.
Radio WMDX. It's the gnarly edition of the Family Show.
Gnarly, dude. Yeah.
We have to use that word today. We encourage it.
Yes, we do. And talk to other people in elevators. Do that today. That's the thing to do.
And use the word gnarly.
Use the word gnarly. Do a little stand-up comedy.
That's right.
Face in different directions than everybody else. Maybe change directions every floor.
You know what we need? We need another candid camera-like show out there.
Yes. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because they used to do stuff like that.
They did, and it was more family fun.
Yeah.
There are other shows that do that candid camera thing.
Yeah.
But it's always, a little
tricking.
Mean-spirited.
Yeah, mean-spirited. They're tricking. They're really trying to mess
and it's
with
fun
people.
to watch. Can't deny that. But family fun, candid camera.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Alan Funt with his camera. Yeah.
God, yeah, I know.
Hey, this portion of the John and Gordy Show is sponsored by Verlo Mattress of Madison. I need a new mattress. I should go to Verlo.
You should.
Sleep better, dream bigger on a handcrafted, locally made mattress. Because they have all kinds of mattresses there. Mm-hmm. They're really good.
Well, you should check it out and then talk about it the next day.
I would love to do that.
I'd love to hear your report.
I actually, I do need a new mattress.
You go to their showroom and take a nice nap.
I can't test it out for a couple hours. Just fall asleep.
I get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah. You can find Verlo Mattress on Madison's east or west sides or online. They have an online thing. Verlo.com. Verlo.com. I really do need. I'm going to actually go.
I know. You were still sleeping in that free cot they left in the apartment when they took off.
Well, lately I've been sleeping on the couch downstairs because it's actually more comfortable than the mattress I have upstairs, and plus the air conditioning doesn't work that well upstairs, so it's hot and humid.
That's kind of a sign that you need a new mattress.
I need a new mattress, so I'm going to Verlo.com.
Right. You should do that.
Checking them out.
Do that.
Okay.
The big story that hit the fan this morning was, and I can't believe this is happening.
Why?
But apparently dozens of Trump supporters were irate that they had their cars towed for parking illegally at the last Trump rally in North Carolina. And they had to pay $380 to get their cars back late in the evening.
Oh, man.
And you know what they did? They parked at a Dunkin' Donut parking lot that said, "Do not park here if you're not a customer of Dunkin' Donut." And they ignored it. These megas ignored it, and they got their cars towed away. And this story is them I feel so sorry for them.
Yeah. Are they saying they were targeted or something?
Who knows? There's a lot of video on it. I haven't watched any of the video, but it's just so silly. I mean, this is just a big story now.
That's crazy.
God.
That's wild. 6:37. It's 60 degrees this morning. Highs in the upper 70s. Yeah.
Johnny at the movies?
We want to do that here?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a movie.
You got another?
No, I got nothing else.
All right, let's play it.
Oh, is it time?
Here's that master of the cinematic arts, Mr.
John Peterson.
The passion, the pathos, the honesty, the despair.
I'll take a
Surprise version.
Never before have the torments of movie critics been so vividly portrayed.
One ticket or two, sir.
I'd like just one.
He doesn't want to even have
You want to go
this
back?
ticket.
You want to go back, Gordy?
Could I?
He doesn't want another ticket.
I'd like
for
to
this.
take my ticket back and get my money
There you
back.
go.
Refund.
That's it right there.
I went to see Twisters.
You never
last
go
night.
to the movies.
I
and
never.
You end
I
up
thought
seeing Twisters.
I had a couple hours. It was a late afternoon. I looked at the website there, and there was a 5 o'clock showing. I thought I'm gonna go. I'm going to go see Twisters because, I used to be a TV
Finally,
weather.
you're going to a movie. and you're a weatherman, so you really had to
Well, I used to be a weatherman, but I
fact check it,
But
right?
I really liked the first Twister movie. It was a good movie. It was kind of
It
kitschy.
was really corny and stupid.
It was kind of corny, but it was kind of funny. But
It was, yeah.
And Helen Hunt was in
Yeah.
it, and Philip Seymour Hoffman, right?
Oh, yeah.
He was in that, played a great character, really good. So I thought, well, I'll check out Twisters because it's #1 at the box office, right? Isn't that what you told us the other day? Right?
Yeah, well.
Like 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, it was, I don't know if it was 2 weeks in a row.
I think so. Well, maybe.
I don't think it's even been out
I
2
think
weeks
it's
yet,
only
has it?
1 week.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
It's only 1 week.
I got to tell you, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Ever? Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it. I gave myself over to the movie. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get into this, and away it goes, and it starts out pretty good. And then about 10 minutes in,
Yeah.
I'm starting to think, okay, this is really just a remake of the original movie. I mean, that's everything so far is kind of just setting you up for. There's these storm chasers,
Yeah.
and away they go. And then some horrible thing happens, and then more stuff happens. Well, about 20 minutes in, now I'm starting to think this dialogue is a little stilted. These actors are not really forming their characters.
Those are red
so-
flags.
and I thought, where is this going? And then a guy with a big Texas cowboy hat shows up as one of the storm chasers, and they call him the Tornado Wrangler. And he and his crew, they're all
Wow.
Texas Wranglers.
So this guy can handle tornadoes.
Well, you know how the first movie had like two distinctive storm chasing groups, and they were kind of
Competing.
rivals,
Yep.
and they're kind of competing, but
Yeah.
sort of helping each other, but kind of egging each other
Right,
on.
right.
Well, this movie had, I don't know, 6 or 8 different storm chasing groups. But then I thought, when the first movie came out, storm chasing was kind of a new thing.
It was, and,
Yeah.
and that movie spurred on a whole bunch of television shows about
Right.
storm chasers.
Yeah. But this movie, Twisters, had, I don't know, 8 or 10 of these groups, and they're all. Remember in Anchorman when the Anchormen came out into the parking lot and there were different anchor people from different
Yeah.
TV stations.
A lot of tension.
Like a PBS station showed up,
Yep.
and then a Fox station, and they kind of were doing that kind of. They were setting it up like that, where
Yeah.
they all stayed at the same motel complex, and they're all partying. These different groups, but when the guy with the Texas cowboy hat showed up, that's when I lost it because
Comic relief.
I don't want to give away any big part of the movie because I didn't stay for the whole thing. I left after 45 minutes.
So
That
you
was
can't-
it. I
see,
walked out.
Yeah, I mean, you
was
can
like,
tell us anything that happened prior to that because it really doesn't have that much of an effect on
Right.
a person's experience watching this movie.
So when they chased the first tornado,
Yeah.
at the end of it, when they like the Texas cowboy group, they were kind of covering it the best, and so they're whooping it up. They're having a good time. They drive the pickup truck into the tornado and fire off fireworks. Into the tornado. Into the tornado.
people
There's
do that,
fireworks
don't
going
they?
off. And I'm thinking, okay,
That does it,
I'm
right?
done. Get my box of popcorn and I'm going home.
I think that tells people a lot about that movie.
It was awful. I'm sorry. I got no stars for that movie. Nothing.
Wow.
Big thumbs down.
And you
Both
left.
thumbs. I left.
In a
Not only
huff.
in a huff. I left. I actually had a huff going.
Wow.
I huffed right up the stairs and huffed right out the theater.
Well, that is.
I slammed the door of my car and I just took off.
That's
went
an
home.
amazing review. We do not have an outro for walking out of a movie.
I was trying to think, when was the last time I actually walked out of a movie? It was so
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
But that's, you may see, maybe there are people out there who really liked it and really was, it had good special effects. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet the people who go to the movies just to see spectacle will probably like it.
Oh, probably so.
Well, okay,
You
but
know.
not you were there long enough to see the tornado, and I have a pet peeve about tornadoes in movies.
In the movies? What's your pet
Come
peeve?
on, I just want
Why?
to know. I just
Why?
want to know.
What?
Because tornadoes are kind of smooth. The ones we've seen in all the videos now, the real tornadoes are just
Okay.
smooth on the
Actual
outside.
video, yeah.
But in the movies and on TV shows, they have these ridges, these spirally ridges.
Right.
Which don't exist on real tornadoes. You tell me, did this movie have the spirally rough exterior on the tornadoes, or was it nice and smooth with a lot of junk flying around?
I have to say it was kind of the first one there, the rough exterior thing.
Oh, God.
But,
What
yeah.
is wrong with them?
I
Have they
don't
ever seen a
know.
film of a
I
tornado?
Just not.
John, you still haven't seen a tornado in person. So
Yeah.
you don't really know what
Well,
they look like.
Nah, I've seen the videos. People capturing it on their phones.
Yeah.
I've seen real tornadoes. And and why can't they do that in the movies?
I don't know.
Do they feel like they have to make them look more interesting
I
by
guess.
putting ribs on them?
Well, I'll tell you what. When the Texas tornado Wrangler guy took off his cowboy hat and whooped it up, woohoo!
No, yeah.
Shooting off fireworks inside the tornado. You don't see that. That's just can't happen. It just was over the edge. I'm sorry. I don't like it.
Yeah, well,
That's-
you don't have to apologize for that scene. We all kind of get the idea that it was awful.
It was terrible.
Oh,
Sorry.
well,
Okay, move on.
okay,
All right,
let's move on from there.
You know, and here's the really
Yeah.
irritating part. When I got to the theater and I was getting my ticket, I saw that Deadpool was playing. Deadpool and the wolf guy.
That's right. I'm glad you're bringing
The
this
werewolf.
up.
Why? What's his name?
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Thank you. And I thought, and they're
The
both
Wolfman guy.
they're both starting at 5
Yeah.
o'clock. And I thought at the last second,
You could have gone one way or
I was
the
like,
other.
you know, that Deadpool, that's going to be money in the bank. That's going to be funny and good.
It is. Yeah.
And I was,
Yep.
but I want to see Twisters, and I want to see. So I'm like, oh man, why did I do that?
Wow.
I completely regret it now.
That makes it even worse.
I could have gone to see Deadpool and the Wolf Guy.
Wolverine. The wolf guy.
But that's life.
Yeah.
You take your chances, you make your choices, and then you got to live with them.
Well, you're going to have to, live with that one, that
Yes, so.
memory.
So that's my Gordy at the movies.
I'm trying to think of the movie where the guy with the cowboy hat is riding a missile.
Oh yeah, that's Sterling. What was his
Dr.
name?
Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove, one of the classics.
Yeah.
Peter Sellers.
So was that a takeoff on Dr. Strangelove where the guy takes off his hat and he's riding a
Maybe.
tornado?
I'll tell you, this guy had the big, and he was tall, handsome, strapping young guy, but this cowboy hat was just
ridiculous.
oversized big.
Okay.
And he just like, oh my God, what's going on?
Well, let's talk about something just as
Please
stupid,
move on.
okay?
I'm frustrated and angry now.
This is a real scoop. RFK Jr.
Yeah?
plans to create government wellness farms.
What?
Government wellness farms where people will spend, get this, 3 or 4 years harvesting organic vegetables to cure their addiction to antidepressants and ADHD meds.
This is RFK Jr.'s
This
plan.
is his proposal.
Oh, boy.
You can see he's solving the big problems.
Yeah.
What the hell? 3 or 4 years harvesting in the field. This is labor, hard labor in the sun, organic vegetables, and that is some kind of cure for your addiction to antidepressants and ADHD
That platform seems a
meds.
little odd.
It
Doesn't seem like, is he getting a lot of support from that already? Or
I think this is going to put him over the top.
over the top?
Suddenly,
and out?
I know he's going to be added to all the ballots across the nation.
Oh, sure. Oh, boy.
What a
That's
sell job on that, huh? What is he
organic
thinking? But,
Would people do this? I mean, would they make money doing this? Is this a volunteer program that they would make some
I
money?
think it's
or-
forced labor.
forced labor, yeah.
Using people who have an addiction
That sounds like it.
as
Oh,
forced labor. And really, seriously, I mean, spending 3 to 4 years? They might have families. They might have a life. They're great job. They have an addiction. Now they're going to take off and hit the fields picking vegetables.
That's not a good plan.
Where has this plan ever worked? Who's ever done this?
So your choice is 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4
They haven't
years.
nailed it. Well, maybe 4.
Well, if you show improvement.
If you don't get rid of your addiction in 3 years, we'll give you 1 more year.
Right.
Yeah.
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 If they don't see an improvement, or
That's awful.
if they need the labor,
Yeah.
you never
need
know.
more help.
Yeah.
That's
They'll keep you on.
crazy. Where is he coming from? He's from another planet. But he's surprisingly, he's got a little bit of support, like in Wisconsin, 5 or 6%.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah.
that. It's been hovering right around
Yeah.
there. I don't
There's some
understand
people-
that at all.
Well, when they get a load of this story,
yeah.
I think that
more and more this.
run for the hills.
Yeah.
You don't want to work in a field for 3 or 4 years,
Ugh.
kicking your addiction.
What is going on?
I don't think this has ever been proven to be a way to do that.
No, doesn't sound like it.
All right.
It is 6:49. Coming up in a little while, we'll have Rocker in the studio. He'll be talking about the Atwood Fest. It's happening tomorrow and Sunday in Madison. We'll have more on all that on the John and Gordy Show. You go. You start.
You're
your
the star
turn.
here.
This is
You know, you,
Matt, what?
You went to the movies. You did Johnny at the movies.
Yeah.
You deserve at least to introduce the call letters this morning.
Thank you, John. I sure appreciate that. A tip of the big cowboy hat to you. Mad Radio, 92.7 WMDX. It's the John and Gordy show. And it's Friday. Yeah. Big weekend ahead with Atwood Fest is happening. And today is going to be a beautiful day. Sunshine right now, 60 degrees, highs about 78. Looks good for tomorrow. They're talking about a scattered shower or two on Sunday, but I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I
don't
wouldn't
think
believe
that's
it
happening either. It's going to be great, but it's going to be a little humid. So get ready for that.
We got the street buffer out there this morning.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that bus is going to miss it. Miss
man,
it.
that was close.
Wow.
Jeez. He wasn't stopping for anything.
Whoa. Oh, another one. Look out.
I think the guy,
Oh,
man.
that is really
That
troublesome.
The guy that's running the buffer
sitting,
machine is frozen in fear right now. He's like, what happened there?
He's waiting for the light.
Oh,
That's why he was there.
Wow.
Wait, how could he wait? Oh, never
it
mind. The
up?
buses
Okay.
went through.
All right.
Never mind.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
Let's
we
move
got
on.
a text here.
We have a few texts.
Somebody wants to help you with your ad libs.
The Verlo ad. Oh, let's see. What does it say? Oh, I see it. I got a mattress from Verlo, and it cured my sciatica and improved my sex life. Well, there's a big thumbs up.
Add that to your ladder card.
Boy, I
there.
definitely got to go to Verlo. Okay.
What, your sciatica? Is that what you're
Yes,
worried
my
about?
sciatica.
That's
That's what it is.
That's the part.
That's yeah. Okay.
Oh man. All right. Here, let's
What's
get to some.
going on?
Let's look. Product placement's important here.
It is.
We have a grifter running for president again.
Again.
And this guy has so much stuff out there. You know, he's got his cards now showing the bloody face.
The playing cards, or what are they?
They're collector's cards.
Collector's cards.
Yeah,
That's what they are.
Yeah, and he's got one out there, you know, having been shot.
Well,
you
the
know, by
Trumpster.
an attempted assassination. So now he's got a trading card for that, you know, and it's just an amazing thing.
Is it?
It's going to be valuable someday, they say in the ads.
Yeah.
But this is really good. Cut 131, and I think you'll be very impressed by this. This is the Trumpler.
The what?
The Trumpler.
What is it? A
Well,
Trumpler?
Let's play the ad.
Guys, this Trump tumbler is taking over the internet. It comes in a special edition Trumpler box that you can gift or collect. It's stainless steel, it holds 40 ounces, and the design is even 3D, so you can literally feel it, which is so cool. The handle is super sturdy, so I'm not worried about it falling and breaking.
You know,
The Trumpler.
the Trumpler, yes.
The design is 3D, so you can really use it.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you can grab it and hold it and feel it. It's
Now, wait a minute. Is
3D.
this authorized by the Trump people,
Yes.
or is this something
I would
somebody
just-
just made on their own,
No, I think
making
it's
it in
real.
their garage?
I think it's real.
Is it?
No, I think it's an ad.
The Trumpler.
And they just played a piece of it.
Okay.
But I thought, wow, what a marketing campaign that is.
wonder how
And
much
the
that
amazing
costs.
part of that ad, of course, and everybody was awed by it, is that it has a handle. It doesn't feel like it's going to break off. Wow. Yeah,
Is that a big
that's,
problem with
that's
those
all.
kind
It
of
seems
things?
it must be a problem on the right with the megas. Maybe they overuse their mugs a little bit too much,
Maybe.
and the handles fall off. Who knows, right?
Okay.
ConservativeGround.org has a set of 2 Trumplers for sale for $35.
Oh, what a deal. Do they look sturdy?
They look like they're made of plastic.
Here's the thing: they're like big gulps,
Oh, okay.
big gulp containers. These are
Okay.
huge
They're
containers.
massive. Yeah. Do those fit in the cars? In
Yeah,
any of
as
the...
a matter of fact, the bottom part is narrow for
Is
the
narrow?
cup holder, right?
Oh, thank
You
you.
see
Oh,
it?
that means you're going to get one now, right?
Do you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Does it
it's
have
like a tapered cup.
Does it have a picture of the Trumpster on there?
It does.
Yeah.
It does, yes.
Okay.
And I think the part that fits into the cup holder is the American flag.
Okay. Believe. How patriotic.
We got to text Trumpler like Hitler. And it's funny because when I Googled Trumpler, the first thing that came up was a bunch of Photoshopped pictures of Trump on Hitler.
Yeah, I know. I did
Oh.
the same thing. Yeah. I got it here. Yeah. See that? Wow.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's very odd. Okay. Well, they're coming up with all kinds of merchandising campaigns because they're trying to, raise money, and they want
Maybe
to do
he
that.
should quit his campaign and just go into merchandising. He would do so well.
He would, or stand-up comedy.
Well, Trump Steaks didn't do real well.
No.
Trump University didn't do real
that
well.
didn't go.
Trump Wines didn't do real well.
Yeah, everything
I mean,
he tries.
what hasn't he tried?
I don't know.
And then, of course, people love that
wide
so
open.
much. I mean, they got all this Trump paraphernalia now: the hats, the ties, the pants,
Yep.
the shirts.
There's posters, and, clothing, T-shirts, sweatshirts.
Let's see
everything.
if Kamala can put something out similar to that. A line of clothing.
I don't think she really needs to do any of that. I think she's doing pretty well without that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so
the thing
far.
is,
There you
we're not
go.
a cult, John.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like herding cats, I keep telling my kids that, the Democrats aren't that organized. we really can't follow instructions well.
Yeah.
And we really can't get on the same page when it comes to criticizing the megas in any way, shape, or form.
And by the way, today's the opening ceremonies of the Paris Olympics.
Oh.
You know that?
No, I did
They're
not
showing
know
a
that.
video right now on CNN of Snoop Dogg carrying the Olympic torch into the opening ceremony. Now, Snoop Dogg is carrying the torch. Remember when Muhammad Ali carried the torch?
But
Snoop
Snoop
was
Dogg is the guy. He's
Is
got
he?
this great wine, Snoop Dogg wine.
Okay.
Really, it's an
So
excellent wine.
They picked him to open the ceremony.
I know it's strange. I never understood this fascination with Snoop Dogg, but now I understand he's just a character.
He became legit when he teamed up with Martha Stewart on that cooking stuff.
Right.
Somehow
And
that made him mainstream.
So there's
or something.
There's a wine company that has put Martha Stewart on the
Okay.
bottle and Snoop Dogg on the bottle,
Wonderful.
and
We can
big
rest
sale
easy.
on Martha Stewart's Chardonnay. By the way, it's a big
Is it?
sale at Woodman's. It's under $3.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big
Seems
special.
like a great deal right next there to Ed's Wines.
I watched a video the other day of Snoop Dogg. They showed him playing baseball.
No kidding.
I don't know where it was, but he was a superstar.
No
a
kidding.
guy hit the ball out of the park, so he flew over the fence to get the ball.
Wow.
He leaped over the
Fantastic.
fence.
Amazing. It's 6:58. Coming up, Rocker will be in the studio, and also we're going to tell you everything you need to know about Atwood Fest happening Saturday and Sunday. It's coming up on the John and Gordy Show.
John and Gordy in the morning. As we were saying. Let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.
the John and Gordy Show.
Do you know what this means?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
You're pretty high and far out, aren't you? What kind of kick are you on, son?
No good bastard. Your show sucks.
What made me think this was a good day to stop drinking?
Buddy, do you want coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Black coffee.
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 They warned us about people like you!
What a load of crap.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
We'll do it live. And that's the way it is.
Only on Mad Radio 92.7 WMDX. Take it away, boys.
All right. I can't believe we're not the talk of the town yet. You know?
They tore down all our flyers yesterday.
Oh,
You
did?
put up a bunch of them,
I
didn't
put
you?
up a bunch of flyers on State Street yesterday, and I was looking out the window this morning, and they're all gone.
What, are you supposed to have a license or something? The flyer
goofy?
police taking them all down?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like on State Street, they have a couple spots where you can put up posters and
Yes,
whatnot.
of course they do.
I didn't look close at any of them to see if they were up there, but I put a number of them on light posts also, and those ones are all missing.
Were there other flyers up there as well on the light posts?
A couple of them, yeah.
Maybe it's a guy with the leaf blower. You know, he sees these things on the light post and he takes them
Maybe
down
he's just
right
an
away.
angry guy.
Yeah, could be.
Or maybe the poster is the flyer is so nicely designed because you made it, right?
People wanted them as souvenirs.
They want them as souvenirs.
Collector's items.
They have our caricature on them.
Yes.
And yeah, people like it, so they
I'll
wanted
just
to
email
take
you
it.
the PDF of the poster if you want it.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh man, well it makes your job even more difficult than it already is.
Yeah, because now you got to go do it again. Just keep doing it
I
every
know.
day.
I was thinking yesterday I should go buy some chalk and just write on the ground. That'd
That's
be a good
great idea.
There you go.
This portion of the John and Gordy Show is sponsored by Verlo Mattress of Madison. Sleep better, dream bigger on a handcrafted, locally made mattress. Find them on Madison's east and west sides or online at verlo.com.
Well, all right, I want to get to this X post. Okay, this is great stuff.
What is it?
It's from David K. Johnston. He posted this. It says, imagine the media treatment of Kamala if she had 5 children by 3 different men. Then add in having sex with a porn star.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine that.
Well, I guess there is kind of a double standard, huh? One
bit.
gets away with it, and the other one is accused of sleeping her way to the top.
What?
Unbelievable stuff.
It is.
You know, just watching.
We're back into crazy town again.
We are.
Yeah.
And the Republicans can't help themselves.
They really are.
Their
They're
sexism
throwing
is
anything
just
out there.
now. It's just,
Throwing anything against the wall and see if it sticks.
They're working on, the suburban housewives. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
Good
they're
luck
not
with
even home
that.
because they're working, and so they're thinking, what are they talking about here?
Yeah, good luck.
That's crazy stuff. Why don't we get to? Let's get to J.D. Vance. His claims that Dems are childless for some reason. Who comes up with this stuff?
Yeah, what is this about? Why did they go down this road?
I don't know, and it's it's obviously a problem for Trump because he wanted this guy as his Veep candidate, and now he's saying crazy stuff that everybody's focusing on and talking about.
Well, what did he say? He said something about the cat.
Well, let's get it.
Women
Let's play the cut.
Women
we have
with
it
cats.
right here.
Okay, yeah.
Let's play this.
All right.
If you think about the modern Democrat Party, not the older guys, the Clintons, the Bernie Sanders, the Joe Bidens, but think about Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, all of these people. It's like a party where the next generation of leaders, none of them have kids, right? And look, I understand some people don't have kids. There are health reasons. There are other reasons people don't have kids. But the entire Democrat Party is like this childless cabal of people who don't really care about the future. And when you call that out, they get so alienated and they get so angry at you that they just start throwing words like racist around. And I think that's what's really going on.
Now, Pete Buttigieg has a response to this. I'm a big fan of Pete Buttigieg.
Me too. Yeah. What
and
did he have to say?
He finally came out and had to say something about this. Let's listen to his reaction.
But I'm glad you brought up children because there's actually this answer that J.D. Vance gave a few years ago, and he name dropped you in it about people who don't have children working in the government. This is what he said.
It's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it?
Now, I should note you have 2 children. They were born before Pete gave that answer. Harris is also a stepmom to children as well. But what's your response to that?
The really sad thing is he said that after Chasten and I had been through a fairly heartbreaking setback in our adoption journey. He couldn't have known that, but maybe that's why you shouldn't be talking about other people's children. And it's not about his kids or my kids or the vice president's family. It's about your family, people's families whose well-being will depend on whether we go into a future led by somebody like Kamala Harris, who is focused on expanding the prosperity, the freedom, the well-being of our families. And by the way, especially if you have kids and you're worried about climate, choosing between a party that has a plan on climate that creates jobs and a party that still calls it a hoax, even as we went through the hottest day in world history. Or do you want your children to grow up in a country defined by a return to the chaos and recrimination and cruelty that was the hallmark of the Trump era?
There you go.
Drop the mic.
Wasn't that something? He is so good.
Yeah. And he does, he and Chasten do have 2 young ones.
Yeah.
And I think they were both hospitalized for a while. I'm not sure what the issue was.
He's always
but yeah,
talking about his kids.
Yes. Yeah, he always includes
trouble.
them. Yeah.
They're trouble.
They like mac and cheese. I know that. He always throws that in.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
But another person that is all of a sudden just out there making some waves. This is Governor Tim Walz.
Oh.
In Minnesota.
This
guy, one of the candidates supposedly for VP, but I like him as a governor, and I want him to keep showing up Wisconsin, because the Republicans are still in control regardless of Governor Evers.
Yeah.
But Walz is out there, and he is just laying it on the line, and this was a great comment from him yesterday. Let's hear it, cut 133, Tim Walz.
Pull back up that clip of Sebastian Gorka. Weird. There's nothing. That guy's central casting of like a Bond villain, and they continue to be obsessed with things. There's something wrong with people when they talk about freedom to be in your bedroom, freedom to be in your exam room, freedom to tell your kids what they can read. That stuff is weird. They come across weird. They seem obsessed with this. They continue to try and tell you. And look, the thing that I find the most weird about it is they never do the things they say. I heard one time very early on, you do not need your elected officials to give you a sermon, but they should try and live one. And these guys are weird on how they frame it. They are obsessed. And I said it the other day, the He-Man Woman Haters Club, I don't know where this is coming from. And I'll have to tell you today here in Minnesota, joyous day. I just appointed our newest Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, Sarah Hennessy. Minnesota was the first state, and we have a majority women on the Supreme Court, and we have a woman of color as the Chief Justice. That scares the hell out of these guys. That just terrifies them. And then they start being weird. They think they have to listen to their stories. They think they're connecting with people, and they tell things, and everybody feels uncomfortable around them. So I'm sticking with that because I don't know what else describes it, but I know that it's more cynical and it's deeper and it's hurtful and hateful. But I think one of the things you point out to this, they're not offering us anything. They're not going to come with a plan. And this is my thing every day. I ask, where's your health care plan? So yeah, they're weird. Yeah. And I am not changing that. And the thing is every day they give me more proof of that. So it's pretty self-evident.
Yeah, there it is. I just like he just bottom lines it with they're weird.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm thinking that should be the way we describe them from now on.
So that's Governor Tim. Is it
Tim Walz?
Tim Walz?
Yeah. Wow. Of Minnesota.
Yeah, that one line really caught my ear. He-Man Women Haters Club.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're going to hear more about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to keep attacking Kamala all the way through this thing, and it's just going to be just so extreme. It's so bizarre.
Yeah. They're just getting warmed up. Coming up in a few minutes, Rocker's going to join us, and we're going to be talking about not only a lot of music, but the music that's happening at Atwood Fest this weekend. 30 great bands, 3 big music stages on Madison's east side. We're going to be there both days. I'm seeing the Sugar Maple stage. And also, we'll have the Civic Media Truth Booth on hand. That's where festival goers can go and,
speak the truth,
speak their piece, speak their truth, and tell some stories and record some interviews. So that's happening, the Civic Media Truth Booth. It's all tomorrow and Sunday, Saturday and Sunday, 2000 block of Atwood Avenue. And again, you can go to atwoodfest.com/#music for band information and showtimes. And Rocker's he knows all about it. He'll be in here in just a few minutes.
Do we have any examples of the Truth Booth?
I don't know if we have them handy. Maybe we can dial that.
Are they at the Civic Media website?
It is, yes. We've got some from previous, I think from last summer, a couple of events, and maybe a couple of events from this summer.
That would be before I worked here, so.
Well, we'll do a little digging.
I know we have pictures. I've seen pictures of it in use.
Yeah, well, we have a website.
I have seen that too.
So. All the conversations that we record this weekend are going to be posted on the website, and you can check them out at civicmedia.us, it says, which is our main website.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Now, we've been talking about J.D. Vance.
Right.
Bad pick for Trump. He's making news, bad news. Well, I guess any news is good news, right?
Is good publicity or something like
that.
Yeah, that's
so
what
anyway,
they say.
Now, everybody's talking about the fact that J.D. Vance endorsed a book that calls progressives unhumans.
Unhumans.
Yep, and praises the January 6th rioters or the hostages. David Korn from Mother Jones wrote this: the GOP Veep candidate embraced the extreme view that today's left is part of a centuries-long effort to destroy civilization. We are a part of the civilized society.
We are.
So why would we destroy it?
Yeah.
Again, obviously none of that makes any sense, and they don't. Written by Jack Prosovic.
Okay.
Jack Prosovic. He's a well-known alt-right agitator, has Nazi leanings, and is a conservative media personality who, by the way, promoted the bonkers Pizzagate conspiracy theory.
Oh, no, that guy.
That guy.
Oh, man.
And he wrote part of this book.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
He had another writer with him.
Oh,
so J.D. Vance, of course, endorsing this wonderful new read that you can have this summer at the beach.
Yeah, it's something to take with you. Having to hold. Okay, it's 18 minutes past the hour. Coming up, we're going to check in with Brittany Merlot. She is live at the EAA in Oshkosh.
All right.
Coming up on the John and Gordy Show on WMDX.
Morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
There we go.
Do we have her phone number just in case?
Oh, yeah. Give me your phone number, please.
All right. You ready? 630-202-3474.
Got it.
This is the umbrellas.
Yeah, you're far away
Where
from
are
the
you?
I left.
You joined a biker gang.
I
looks
did.
like.
Yes. I left the media area. I was like, this internet is not good enough.
All right. We're coming up here.
Watch it when those bikers come back. I saw Pee Wee Herman. He was also near the motorcycles parked
2
out
minutes
in front.
ago, that just happened.
That just happened?
Really?
Okay.
10 seconds.
Biker mama. Mad Radio, WMDX, 92.7 FM at 1580 AM on your dial as you drive into work or driving back from work. We're broadcasting from State Street, Madison, Wisconsin, and a good morning to you.
It's 20 minutes past the hour, 61 degrees right now, expecting highs in the upper 70s, but with the rest of the inside on the outside right now, let's head up to Oshkosh, where we find Brittany Merlot our civic media meteorologist.
Hanging out with the bikers.
Yeah. Look, we're watching you
That's
on.
the life. That's the life.
If you can see us on Facebook or YouTube, Brittany is standing in front of what appears to be a biker gang that has rolled into town. What's going
Watch
on
out.
there, Brittany?
Wow.
My goodness.
The bikers are even interested in the planes now. They have all showed up. No, this is the entrance of the event. So I'm standing just outside of it now. This is where all the bikes, the ATVs, everybody puts their stuff before they go inside, because only really special people get to use those in there. So otherwise, this is the staging area as everybody enters. It has been a week, though, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I love the sound effects you've brought in with you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So what have you seen so far that's been really unusual there at the EAA? Because they always have some strange, different types of flying machines. So what have you noticed there lately?
I've seen there's these ultralights, and they're all different, and it basically looks, some of them look like a backpack that you can wear, and it's a big fan behind you, and it literally propels you into the sky, and you're somehow flying there with this like parachute fan thing, and they're all above you, which I think is really wild and cool.
Is the fan attached to you, or is that just you stand in front of a fan and you get pushed off by the air?
You
actually wear the fan?
You're kind of wearing it. You're sitting in it, wearing in it in a sense. So it's with you, and it's the whole way with you. Yeah.
Kind of a Rocket Man thing. All right.
I went up in one of those one time. It was a 2-person deal. And so the pilot, I didn't have anything to do with it, but I was sitting in front. He's sitting in back. And then that huge fan was behind it. And then it was I think they call it a paraglider or something. It had the parachute behind. And so you kind of take off into the wind, and it was really fun and kind of scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be screaming.
No, it was good.
I would be too.
Yeah.
But there's so many different planes that it's hard to pinpoint it, because they've got them all set out where you can walk around. Then every single day they have the main staging area, which they bring in different special ones, like NASA, military, Navy, Air Force, stuff like that. And even every single day, each air show is different. They have them during the day and then at night, and there's just difference every single time. So it's really cool, because if you're here all week long, there's nothing on repeat for you. Every day is new. And you can even volunteer. A couple of my friends were volunteering. They were directing the Warbird planes around before they were taking off and in as they were going out for their show. So it's the small things. And I want to do a seaplane volunteering next year. I'm really obsessed with the seaplanes when they take off and land from the water. It is just beautiful. Never been on one yet. That's the goal. But just another thing, too, from the volunteers, huge shout out to them, because this event is so huge, and all of these locals and people just coming in to help really run it smoothly. And it's a blast.
Yeah.
So you're training to be a pilot, right?
Yes.
So coming to this air show, and you've been there several times.
Correct.
Do you kind of talk to some of the other pilots in training, or talk to some of the instructors and pick up some hints or some guidance in your training? Yeah.
Yes, they've got plenty of tips and guidance, and then they help you. What really works is the networking, and how do you get a plane? What are you doing with it now? Because they're really expensive. So most people don't just buy one straight up for themselves. They go in together, or if you're trying to, make a career out of it, they've got all the connections. So a lot of networking going on here, and tips and tricks. And then they're asking me the same stuff, because they lack the weather knowledge. So here we are going back and forth. They have questions for me. I have questions for them. So it's fantastic.
Excellent.
Do they actually look at all the instrumentation? Is any of that really useful to them?
They call it the pilot six-pack. I don't know. I think that's pretty useful, right?
Yeah, that is pretty useful. I guess so. Okay. Gordy has an idea. He just went out and saw Twisters last night.
You did?
Yeah. Well, I didn't really like it. You got to tell you.
But he's got an idea. If they could just have a plane that goes into the center of a tornado and then shoots off fireworks, that would be...
I forgot about the fireworks. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen the movie?
Yeah,
did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
And what did you like it, or
I liked the science that they added into it, but the Hollywood a little bit too much with fireworks, or when the tornado was on fire, or even the water tower scene was a little dramatic.
Yeah. A little crazy.
And the ribs that they put on the tornadoes, it's not like that in real life.
It didn't look good. No.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's honest opinion.
But
that's, from
Gordy
a
walked out.
meteorologist.
Gordy walked out after 20 minutes.
Well, no, it was about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I couldn't go with it. I just it didn't get me. So anyway.
You really left? You really walked out?
Yes,
you did.
I did.
He never goes to the movies.
And I walked out. Not only did I walk out in a huff. I was in a huff.
You don't want to see him in a huff.
Oh boy,
No.
Look out. Yeah.
So
Yes, Sam.
you like the original.
Somebody texts in requesting, Brittany, that you, once you get your license, fly into a tornado to take some close-up footage to prove to John that tornadoes, in fact, have ridges on them.
No, they don't.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Right?
That's the plan.
They
That's the
don't
goal.
They don't have ribs or ridges, do they?
I've never been inside one, so
on the outside, they don't exist.
no, not really. They're pretty smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, they're smooth. All right.
Well, Brittany, let's touch on our weather for this weekend.
Yeah, what's
it's
going
going to
on?
be kind of warm and maybe kind of humid too.
Yep. So we're going to be hitting into those low 80s potentially today, definitely around 86-ish tomorrow. And then we're going to fall a little bit as we go into Sunday to the upper 70s. That's as the system hits, because we're going to see rain on Sunday. So beautiful today in the low 80s, beautiful tomorrow in the low 80s. Then that rain chance does push in by Sunday morning, but it becomes more prevalent as we go through the afternoon and definitely into the evening. We're looking at about a 1/4 inch of rainfall from that.
Oh, okay.
All right, Brittany.
Well, I hate the idea there's going to be humidity this weekend.
Me too.
I don't operate well with humidity. In fact, I get cranky and I want to escape into air conditioning.
Yeah.
That's the first, it's a survival thing.
Yes, it is.
All right, Brittany. Well, thank you. And thanks for reporting from the EAA all this week. And enjoy the rest of your weekend there.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. It was a blast.
Right.
Have a good one.
It's great.
Have a good one. We'll talk to you Monday.
It's great talking to her about it, because this is like a hobby now. This is something she wants to get into.
I know.
She's able to attend and then give us reports on it.
Good deal.
Inside reports.
Right.
Something where she's really, really invested.
Exactly. Yes.
Right?
You should, yes. It's all good. It's all good. Big thumbs up.
Well, okay, big thumbs up.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell she really is loving being there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to bring this up quick.
Well, okay, we got a minute.
The medical report in regards to the assassination attempt on Trump, no medical report. Unclear to me why, this guy writes on Twitter, clear to me why the news outlets ignored this whole issue. The Guardian News has the FBI director questions whether Trump was hit by a bullet or shrapnel in the shooting, and no one knows. It's just sitting out there. They're letting everybody create all these controversies, all these theories, all these, it's just wrong. There should be something on it. You think,
bring out the information.
You think that this was an important event.
You would think they would let us
They're
all know.
ignoring it, except for the trading cards.
7:29 coming up next. Rocker is in the studio. He's going to give us the update on what's happening at Atwood Fest this weekend.
That's right.
And a whole lot more.
Big event.
On the John and Gordy Show.
The Mad Pad, WMDX, the John and Gordy
Experience.
What is the edition again?
The gnarly edition.
Oh, the gnarly
that's right.
edition
It's
of the family
gnarly
show. It's because it's gnarly day
That's
today.
what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneak that in.
Yes. This portion of the John and Gordy Show is sponsored by Verlo Mattress of Madison. Sleep better, dream bigger on a handcrafted, locally made mattress. You can find them on the east side or the west side of Madison, or just go online, verlo.com.
Yes.
All right. We welcome Rocker into the studio. Good to see you, Rock.
What's happening, guys?
You are, man.
Oh, boy.
This is a big weekend, huh?
It's Atwood Fest weekend. We are doing all the final preparations. My wife is home doing all the food, prepping a lot of the food that we're going to be serving.
Yeah.
And we have the guys smoking the meats, all the backstage stuff for all the bands, because we're going to feed over 200 musicians and their crew, 3 stages.
Who have never eaten before.
30 bands. They've never eaten before. And some of the MCs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So backstage, we're getting ready for that. Clyde Stubblefield stage is in the United Way parking lot over off Atwood Avenue. Remember, we closed that from Tex Tubbs all the way down to Monty's.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Monty's parking lot, we have the Sugar Maple stage, which...
That's where we're going to be.
Gordy and John, they're going to be down there doing a little emceeing early, 12 to 3.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll be there.
And we'll be telling you about some of that stuff in a minute. And then, of course, the Luther Allison stage down at the corner of Winnebago and Atwood. That's right in front of Tex Tubbs.
Are you still a participant, or are you still planning any of Atwood Fest, or is this just...
Oh, my band? No. I who knows?
Busy.
Who knows? They're probably going to have some guest drummers come up. I think during the
cool.
Funky JBs.
Yes,
Joey always includes some of his students and stuff, and I'm sure he'll probably try and get me up there. I don't know if I'll have time, but I've done it before.
Yeah.
But my band, no, they're not playing at Atwood Fest. It's a lot of R&B and blues and jazz and funk and reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
So we have a lot of different genres going on.
30 bands.
Yes.
And they're all coming in and staying for the weekend.
Yeah.
Well, this is a big, huge event.
Yeah.
Yes. It's pretty big. We get a lot of people, so it's a good time. And like I said, that I was thinking about some of the festies. It was very interesting because they all take place in parks.
Yeah.
But we're the only festy that is embedded in a neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like basically a block party
neighborhood, basically.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they close off the street, which, causes an interesting traffic pattern down there. But, I mean, you're out in the streets and we're taking the parking lots and converting them. It's really converting that whole community there into a meta community experience. It's totally amazing. And when you see the people out there, they're just so happy.
Yeah. Lots of great food and other vendors there too.
Crafts, vendors, all the way up and down the street. So as you wander between the stages, tons of craft beers, lots of stuff to drink, wine, soda, water.
Good deal.
That's what it's all about.
All that stuff. Yeah. So what else you got going on here?
Well, let's tell you about Max Inc. Radio, 6 to
Right.
midnight on Saturday and Sunday nights. And this week we're just going to repeat last week because we're going to be busy at Atwood Fest this weekend.
Yeah. Got a lot of plans.
But it was great because we had Mojo Perry, who's playing Atwood Fest on Saturday night. He was live in the lair. It was a very touching story, and Mojo let loose and opened his heart about his journey to recovery and self-discovery. It was a story of triumph over adversity. It was a comeback in music. He tells the story. He writes the music. It was really amazing. And actually, Terry Barr wrote a great story on the civicmedia.us website. And you can go there and read the story, and then it has a direct link to the podcast.
Excellent.
So that's at civicmedia.us.
Good deal. All right.
Let's see. Hey, I'm going to just tell you about a couple things happening in Madison here before we get to Atwood Fest. Wish You Were Floyd. It's tonight at the East Side Club, Monona Drive next to Olbrich Park. They're a Milwaukee-based Pink Floyd tribute act led by AJ Karts and Josh Becker. And it's totally classic Floyd, great stuff. I mean, people are going to love it. See the sunset. It's at the East Side Club right on the lake.
Great name.
Yeah.
Wish you were Floyd.
Wish you were Floyd. Remember to bring a blanket and chair. It's going to be a little chilly, I bet. We heard the forecast?
Yeah, a little cool, but very pleasant.
All right. And the Blues Cruise 9 is happening Sunday, August 4th from 10 to 5 p.m. That's coming up next week. That's at North of the Bayou on Atlas Avenue. It's a car show. It's a benefit. It has live music with Compact Deluxe and Paul Flipwitz Blues Band. Hot rod cars, trucks, boats, bikes. It's got it all.
Excellent. Paul Flipwitz.
And so, are you guys ready for some Atwood Fest?
Absolutely. Lay it on us.
All right. Well, Atwood Fest this Saturday and Sunday, July 27th to 28th. 3 stages, 30 bands, 2 days, tons of food crafters and vendors. We named the stages after our local legends, in case you don't know. And we heard Clyde Stubblefield, Parties in the Kitchen, opening up. And that is our big main stage in the United Way parking lot. We also have the Luther Allison stage, named after another local Madison legend. And there's a tribute for both of those people at the Barrymore Theater, I might add.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can go in there. You can see their posthumous degrees that they got. Clyde Stubblefield, Luther Allison pictures. It's pretty cool. So let's talk about Convergence. That's the 4 parades that go through the neighborhood of Atwood, banging pots and pans, wearing costumes, led by the Handphibians to converge at the Luther Allison stage with a performance by the Handphibians, Brazilian drummers, and then right into Pancromatic Steel, which is AP Steel Pan Drum Band. So that kicks off the whole festival, but over on the Clyde Stubblefield stage this year, we're going to kick it off with a Clyde Stubblefield tribute with the Funky JBs. So they play the music of Clyde Stubblefield. They play the James Brown stuff. It's going to be funky. It's going to be real. Clyde would have turned 80. So we're going to celebrate Clyde on the Clyde Stubblefield stage.
And when is that one?
That will be opening the festival Saturday at noon.
Okay. Don't want to miss that.
In the United Way parking lot is the Clyde Stubblefield stage.
Okay.
So make sure you come and find us. Live from Mars. Gordy, these guys are opening over on the Sugar Maple stage.
Excellent.
So you're going to be introducing Live from Mars. So now you get to get a little preview, right?
Live from Mars is great. I'm kind of friends with their lead singer, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah.
Rex is a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, they're a great band. It's refreshing to see when this next generation is picking up classical music instruments. I should say by classical music instruments, I mean guitars, basses, drums, right? Band instruments, rock. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
And in this day of electronics and AI, we need to see more younger people in music.
Yes.
Live from Mars is one such band. Live from Mars is a group of 8 musicians from Madison, founded by trumpet player Adam Horrell, and as a basement jazz ensemble with roots firmly planted in R&B, rock, pop, and funk. Let's listen to some right now. This is Live from Mars, Back to Life.
Your silhouette frozen by the tree, brown hair, soft light, walking gently. He goes before me, black sky above you, beneath the constellations. Eyes, goddamn, you make me cry, 'cause life's too short and time divides, always changing with the tides. Webs of light outline your face, breaking from my distant gaze. Life is good and love divine.
Wow.
Live from Mars.
Live from Mars.
Kind of rocky jazz right there.
Yeah, you think
Interesting stuff.
it's very interesting stuff. That's going to open up the festival. I thought, that'd be great because the Sugar Maple stage is primarily bluegrass at night. But we open it up with a little bit different bands. And actually, the next band that we're going to have right after that you'll be introducing, Gordy and John, is Feastet. And we've talked about them here on the show before. It's a sextet, which is a musical group of 6 musicians. And Feastet is a group of 6 jazz musicians fronted by Madison's own jazz singer, Helen Feast. And their mission is that they like to bring jazz to new places. And they call it Gateway Jazz. Let's listen to a little bit of Feastet. This is Running from the Dance Floor.
step into the dance floor. I promise I'm not here to bite you. There's nothing to be scared of. Step out here and move your feet and hold me tight and stomp your fear. I think you need some relaxation. I've had enough of all this small talk.
Cool jazz.
Yeah, that's smooth.
Nice.
Kind of funky.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. And remember that trumpet is an EVI, right? Electric valve instrument from the 70s. So this guy is playing this early electronic instrument before we had synthesizers and crazy stuff, available like we do today.
Yeah.
So make sure you can go to atwoodfest.com to see all the schedules and find the bands and click on stuff, the bands to see videos. There's a lot of information there. We got time for one more here?
Absolutely.
Julian Primo. He's a Grammy Award nominee and a New Orleans Hall of Fame musician. Julian Primo is the son of rock and soul and Southern roots. Hailing from the swamps of Louisiana, Julian is a gritty rock and roll freight train.
Wow. It's a freight train.
Man.
You don't see many of those around.
No, he's played clubs from New Orleans to Times Square, concert halls, and festivals all over Europe. He just got out of Europe, and he's going to be on the Clyde Stubblefield stage on Saturday at Atwood Fest. Let's hear a little Julian Primo. This is Bourbon Street Boogie.
Cool.
From my grin to my smile, I keep me walk the fresh quarter mile. From the purple, green, and gold, I can feel it in my soul. But you don't ever know until you celebrate. You get so hard up that you just can't wait. It gets so hard. Ooh, you fall apart.
Boogie woogie piano.
Yeah, that New Orleans style. I love that stuff.
Yep.
It's really good.
Yeah, we have spies out all in the big musical cities, and they find some of these artists and talk to them and say, Atwood Fest is really cool.
Yeah.
And then they give me a call and they're like, Rocker, you should talk to this person. And that one came from ML Crace. They were Music Makes a Difference.
Okay.
And they're one of our sponsors. Do we have time for one more?
Real quick, yeah.
Nate Gibson and the Stargazers. I know John loves this one. Nate moved to Madison to take a position at the University of Wisconsin as the Ethnic American Music Curator, and now he's playing at Atwood Fest on the Sugar Maple stage. So let's hear another song by Nate Gibson. This is a new one we haven't heard yet. Nate Gibson and the Stargazers. This is Got Another Baby.
All right.
Well, I used to do was sit around and worry over you. Yeah! Well, all I used to do was sit around and worry over you. But everything don't change now. This is what I'm gonna wanna do. Hey! Well, I don't care in the morning. Yeah, I don't care in the morning. They'll give you all the home door. Knock at that front door. I got another baby. I'm all through with you.
Nice. Wow, a lot of rockabilly there.
Rocker, we got a text in here from Robert and McFarlane. Said, who was that jazz group you just played a few minutes ago with that female singer and the electric trumpet you were talking about?
That would be Feastet.
Okay.
And Feastet, go to atwoodfest.com, click music, and find Feastet, and you can click on them, get some more information, and preview some videos. And they're just a great band. Fronted by Helen Feast.
Okay.
She's a deal.
All right. Well, busy weekend for you. You want to stick with us through here?
Sure do.
Yeah, definitely. We got more.
We got more stuff about Atwood Fest coming up on the John and Gordy Show for a Friday morning right here on WMDX.
Let me tell you about my hometown. It's the capital of the state. I'll have to brag a little bit, but I really won't exaggerate. Big Madison, 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 that's my hometown. Madison, Madison,
Yeah, baby.
That's my hometown.
Mad Radio WMDX, the John and Gordy show with Rocker in the studio. We had a texter wanted to know that last song that we played, Nate Gibson and the Stargazers, the rockabilly hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great stuff. Appreciate that. And I just want to kind of touch on something, another texter here.
Okay.
We were talking about the Trumpler. The Trumpler was tumbler.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tumbler.
It's like a big gulp with a
beverage
handle on it and Trump's picture on it. And we were talking about how sturdy the handle was. And then we had a text here saying the Trumpler handle won't fall off while beating officers during your January 2025 tour of the Capitol.
Okay.
So there you go.
Wow.
Well, they are planning on protesting if they lose. So.
Apparently. Okay.
All right,
Let's
got
go back
that
to
in.
the
Now
music.
let's get back to the music. We got a number of songs here.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
that?
Let's unplug from politics and get back to music. Atwood Fest is coming this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, noon to 10 on Saturday, noon to 7 on Sunday, and music all between. Let's talk about Dub Foundation. It features Natty Nation singer, bassist, and songwriter Ja Boogie, and he's teamed up with Captain Dave's band, Dub Foundation, to bring the reggae sounds to Madison. It's a 14-piece all-star band. They're on a spiritual journey to find peace, love, and Jaman. So, Dub Foundation hits the Clyde Stubblefield stage Saturday, July 27th at 5:15. And to see the full schedule, go to atwoodfest.com. Right now, let's listen to a song. This is Dub Foundation featuring Ja Boogie. This is Rendezvous.
That's smooth. I like that. It's going to be at the Clyde Stubblefield stage on Saturday, huh?
Yep. And they're just like a giant band. You know, it's going to be so fun to see.
14-piece.
14-piece. We had them last year at a smaller stage. I was like, let's bring them back. Let's put them on the bigger stage.
Yeah.
And see what they can do. So that's going to be really just
about 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Check that out.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna, that parking lot is going to be fun. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah. Okay.
We have one more. You guys want one more?
Absolutely.
Sure. So Parker Barrow, I was talking about them last week, and I just have to talk about them a little more because they're not a local band. They're coming in here from Nashville, Tennessee, and the husband-wife team, Megan Kane and Dylan Turner, they started as a duo, right? He's a drummer. She's a guitar player, singer-songwriter, and they were touring so much, relentlessly, all over the place. They just seemed like Bonnie and Clyde, right? Going from place to place. So they started a band, and they call it Parker Barrow.
Yep.
So
What
Clyde,
you're talking about there.
right?
Yeah.
Now they perform as a 9-piece band. They're going to be bringing their 9-piece band here to Atwood Fest. They're going to close out the Luther Allison stage at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday night. And I think it's just going to be an absolutely amazing show. I love these guys. This is Peace, Love, and Rock and Rollin'. This is Parker Barrow.
Everything I own is rolling down this highway with me. Moving town to town, singing songs like a jukebox gypsy. When the day is done, we'll hang up my hat and grab your hand. Oh, maybe life and living in the back
Yeah.
They've been together for a while, haven't they?
I think since just before the pandemic.
Okay.
I want to say, late 20-teens.
These bands, they get together and they've been around for a while, and they travel together and record together and play all these gigs. They sound so tight, after a while. Like, that particular group, Parker
Barrel?
Parker Barrel, yeah.
Oh, man.
It just, everything is just the way it should be.
And they're going to be bringing their backup singers.
Oh,
they're going to
good.
be bringing like the full band.
Excellent.
And I mean, they have the drummer is just rocking.
Yeah.
I love it how like the
really
band
good.
is really a rock band, and,
Yep.
and she's kind of this, great looking country singer. She's got all the bells and whistles that you'd want as a front woman on that band. And then the guys are rocking Marshalls and Les Pauls and,
Nice.
and John Bonham like drums. I was just like, wow, these guys are great. And, they bring that like kind of big Music City feel from Nashville
Right.
that sometimes we don't get, right here in Madison, and we get to kind of see a little glimpse of that.
Mm-hmm. All good. All right, what's that?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like, it's exhausting. Where do you get the energy to put this thing together?
Yeah, you
Wow.
work on it all year round, really?
We do. There is a team of people, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
a big table of people in a meeting, and everybody's taking care of all the admin, the street, the vendors, insurances, the permitting. There are just the setup, the physical elements, the tables,
all the logistics of the musicians
Power.
coming in, where are they going to stay? Yeah, getting the power.
is
getting
always-
electric to
parking.
do those.
Well, parking, you think of sometimes going to a concert.
Right.
And there's a big parking lot, and you walk in, you go
Yeah.
see the concert. Well, there is no fence. You're parking, sometimes a little ways away, so it pays to get there early.
Yeah.
It's embedded in a neighborhood, so you kind of just have to find the parking.
Yeah.
But it's a festival like no other. It really is. I can't explain it. As far as, it's just not like, every other one you think of is just kind of, it has its own festival area. But in the neighborhood, it's just a different feel.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll be there. John and Gordy will be there at
That's
the
right, yes.
Sugar Maple stage both days, Saturday and Sunday, to kick things off each of those days at that stage.
Yep.
And then we've also got the Civic Media Truth Booth, where people can record interviews and speak their onions, speak their truth. And we'll put that on our Civic Media US site.
Absolutely.
Going to be a
Wanna
fun
hear from
weekend. We'll be hanging out with the Rocker, too.
What did Brittany say the weather was going to be? Hot?
Hot and humid.
Hot and humid.
It's all right.
Well, we
We'll
got
get
a
through it.
stage air conditioner, so we'll be all right.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, I'll need
At
that.
Woodfest.
I'll need that.
Great weekend. Thanks, Rocker.
All right.
That's going to do it for John and Gordy. And thanks to Sam for pulling it all together. Have a great weekend. Talk to you Monday morning.